Welcome to my Vision News. Friday's first video for viewers. Firstly, breaking news is about start of direct talks between Ethiopian federal government and Tigray regional government. Efforts are underway for the announcement of a ceasefire before the start of Ethiopian New Year on a Sunday, where are talks happening, and is there any possibility that we're going to hear some good news? Secondly, Debretsion Tigray's president, has written a letter to UN Security Council before a UN Security Council session, which is going to be held after 2 days. I think on Monday this UN Security Council meeting is expected. What did Debretsion say? What is he requesting from UN Security Council? And lastly, viewers, an audio conversation is being shared, being attributed to a TDF military commander. It is being said that TDF military commander is ordering his subordinates to shoot those who are fleeing battlefield. We saw such audios last year as well in the first and second phase of this war. What is this audio about, and can it be trusted? Firstly, viewers, Djibouti is hosting direct talks between Ethiopian federal government and Tigray regional government. It is being reported that third phase of direct talks has started. Last minute efforts are underway to avert a major crisis in the Horn of Africa. People don't like it. They say, Sajid, this is just an Ethiopian affair, and you try to portray it as an affair which is a regional affair. Eritrea involved, Ethiopia involved, Sudanese soil being used, US special envoy here. What sort of evidence do we need to call it regional affair? It's already a regional affair, and other countries will be drawn in as well. You'll see if this war goes on. Why do I say that? Because this conflict is different from the first, second phases. This time, one of the main fronts is on Sudanese soil. That wasn't the case in the first and second phases. This time, Sudanese soil is being used. It means that outside forces will become part of this conflict. That is why I'm saying this conflict has potential of turning into a regional conflict. Now, we know that two sessions of direct talks have already been held between Tigray regional government representatives and Ethiopian federal government representatives. And a few days ago, Tigray president wrote a letter to UN Secretary General. In that letter, Debretsion confirmed that in Djibouti and Seychelles, the two sides held direct talks. And reportedly, Ethiopian government officials agreed to resumption of basic services in Tigray in one of these direct engagements. Later, basic services could not be restored, and some other things happened, and then we saw the start of this third phase of this war on the 24th of August. So, two sessions were conducted in recent months, but they could not produce results. Now, a third session is underway. At a critical time when Tigray is being encircled, Tigray forces are trying to make inroads into Volkait, into Amhara region, a little bit in Afar as well. This third phase has started. Is there any likelihood of the success of this direct engagement between Ethiopian and Tigray representatives. It's difficult to say because they are not showing any flexibility. So it's difficult to say what is going to be the outcome, but at least a good thing is that the two sides are sitting at the table. It means that they have realized that they should try to resolve it at the table, otherwise things could go out of hand. And obviously US is involved. Mike Hammer arrived in Ethiopia, and after that we are hearing about the start of this direct engagement, and we wouldn't be surprised if we come to know that US is also part of this direct engagement or facilitating this direct engagement. So good news at least that the two sides are sitting at the table, but the outcome cannot be predicted at this point of time. We'll have to wait and see. A major player, Eritrea, is not part of talks, though Ethiopia, Eritrea are on the same page, but Eritrea is not part of the talks. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll try to update you if we receive some reliable information about what is happening in Djibouti. Secondly, was Debretsion Gabriel Mikhail, Tigray's president, has written another letter to UN Security Council. He wrote a letter to Antonio Guterres and other international players and entities a few days ago when this war, third phase of war, started on the 24th of August. This is his second letter. The letter is addressed to a French permanent representative at UN Security Council at UN, because France is chairing UN Security Council these days, and we know that on Monday in the next week a meeting of UN Security Council is expected to be held about Ethiopia-Tigray conflict. The meeting was requested by UK, US, Ireland. It was due to be held on Thursday. It was postponed. There was disagreement about how it should be conducted. Should it be behind closed doors or open? It could not be agreed. Now reportedly on Monday meeting will be held. Before that, Debretsion has written a letter. What is Debretsion saying? Debretsion is requesting that all Eritrean forces must leave Tigray. Tigray's borders must be restored to pre-war position. And thirdly, unfettered humanitarian access. Fourthly, accountability. Fifthly, proper peace process. Last point is very important, viewers. Tigray is once again reiterating its position that there must be appointment of credible panel of high-level international mediators to monitor talks peace process, to monitor peace process. So Tigray wants a panel, not one party, panel of international mediators to monitor peace talks. What is Ethiopian government's position? Ethiopian government says African solutions for African problems. Ethiopian government's position is that it will only negotiate under the auspices of African Union. But Tigray wants a broad setup to monitor peace process with involvement of other players as well. This is one of the sticking points. But interestingly, now when direct talks have started between Tigray and Ethiopian representatives, international mediators have lost their significance a little. If direct talks are underway, it means there is no need of international mediation. Yes, international role will be important if these direct talks succeed and an agreement is reached. Implementation of agreement will be ensured by some third party. Then we could see international players being involved. So now when direct talks have started, international role is limited. If direct talks fail, then I think there isn't going to be lots of room for international community to deliver any results. So we'll have to wait and see what is happening in Djibouti. Djibouti direct talks are very important. If that talks in Djibouti fail, I don't think then UN Security Council, Africa Union or US will be able to do anything. But Tigray's position the same way. It wants a broad panel of mediators to monitor a peace process. It does not want just Africa Union to be the sole mediator. Lastly, viewers, an audio clip is being shared, which is communication through wireless set allegedly between a Tigray military commander and his subordinates. It is being said that Tigray military commander can be heard saying that all Tigray fighters who are fleeing the battlefield, they should be shot in the back. No one should be allowed to flee the battlefield, and it is being said that this is a war crime which is being committed by a Tigray military commander. And it shows his frustration, and the way he's speaking is indicative of his frustration. Now, we saw such audio leaks in the first and second phases of this conflict as well. I remember we saw such a wireless communication again attributed to some Tigray journal last year, and it was said that Tigray journal was confirming foreign aid, foreign support for Tigray forces in that communication. Now once again, such audios cannot be trusted. You cannot treat them as evidence. I can make such a video, such an audio. You need just one wireless set, two wireless sets. Even one is enough to make such an audio. So it should not be taken seriously. I personally think it's part of a war propaganda which is ongoing. Both sides are using this propaganda. I won't accuse only one side. Their activists have been launched, they have created thousands of social media accounts. So on daily basis, you will keep on hearing claims, counterclaims. Humera has fallen, Shire has fallen, Makele is about to fall. You will keep on hearing these rumors all day. But don't trust these rumors. And if a TDF general orders his subordinates to shoot those who are fleeing the battlefield, will anyone join Tigray forces? Will anyone fight for such a general, for such a commander? No one will fight for such a commander, with such a commander. So I personally think it's part of war time propaganda, which is very common. It's not something unusual for us who have been monitoring this war since the start of this conflict. You will see more of such audio leaks being attributed to TDF or ENDF.
سمع سلسان حمشتان